So hello again. In this video we are going to discuss the problem C of today's contest educational code forces round 147. It was rated for division 2. So the question states that we are given a string S which consists of lowercase Latin alphabets. In one operation we can choose several indices which are not adjacent to each other and remove that particular characters of that indices from the string, and we have to concatenate other characters, and we have to find the minimum number of such operations that will result into a string which have same number elements, same characters in the string. So we are given few sample test case. In we will see it on a sketchboard. So first one is ABA CABA. So first one is ABA CABA. Right, what it has done, it it has choose position 2, 4 and 6. This is 5, 6 and 7. So it has chosen 2, 4 and 6 which are not adjacent to it, and they are all elements are other than A, so it will result into a string which consists of only A, so it will require only one operation. In the next string, code forces, it has not given explanation, but I will tell you. These are particular indices. So what we can do, we will try to find which character is occurring the most here. E is occurring 2 times and O is occurring 2 times, so we can choose either of them. Why we are choosing the character which is occurring most of the times? Because at the end we will try to make the string which will have characters this only, because it will take minimum number of operations. It is very obvious that if a string is E and O, so we will try to remove this element, so it will take only one operation and all the entire string will be converted to E characters. But if we try to convert it into O, then we have to do two operations. First, these two elements will be removed, this will be converted to E and O, and then E will be removed and this will convert it to here, there. It is taking two operations, so it is pretty obvious that we should choose the character which is occurring most number of times in the string, and we will convert that string to that particular character which is occurring most number of times. So here E and O both are occurring the maximum number of times, so we can choose either of them. So if we choose to convert this particular string to characters E only, so the 4th and 9th position should be as it is and all other characters should be removed. So we will pick the characters 1, 3, 5, 7 and 10. Here we can't choose 6 because 5 and 6 will be adjacent, so the remaining characters will be 2, 4, 6 and 8 and 9. So the string will be converted to O, E, O and then C and E. Right, now again this will have indices 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So if we choose indices to remove as these 3, these 2, so it will take one operation to remove this O and another operation to remove C. In one operation it will be converted to ECE, which is my branch, and in other operation it will be converted to E and E by choosing this element. So total it is taking 3 number of operations, right? But if we try to convert this string to all characters having O, let's see what number of operations will it take. So we are given a string Codeforces. So we will choose adjacent character and not quick O. This one, it is F. This one and this one will be removed. So remaining will be O, E, O, C and E. We have done one operation. In another operation we will choose these two. It will, the remaining will be O, O and E. So we have done two operation. In the third operation we will remove this. So total 3 operation here also we are requiring, right? So let us see how many operations will it require if all characters are different, if there is any observation we are getting or not. I will create a new page. Suppose there is only one character, so we will require exactly one operation. Alright, if there are two characters which are different, right, so it will take, we can't choose both characters because they will be adjacent, so we have performed one operation on this, then it will require, zero operation actually, because one character is exactly same to all other characters, and here it will take one operation because we have to choose any integers. Suppose this is A and B, we can remove B or A either, so it will make the string same. If there are 3 characters which are all different, so in one operation we can choose, if there are 3, so we can choose these two to remove, and in the middle one will be same, and it will require exactly one operation, right? This is for if there are 4 characters which are all different, so it will require, in first operation we will remove these two, so 2 will be remain, and in next operation we will remove this, so 1 will be remain. So total number of operation will require here is 2. If there are 5 elements, in one operation we will remove these 3, so 2 will remain. In next operation we will remove this, so 1 will remain. So total number of operation here is also 2. If there are 6 elements, in one operation we will remove adjacent elements, so 3 will remain. In again we will remove these 2, so 1 will remain. So here also we are requiring 2 operations for 7. In one operation we will remove the adjacent elements, we will remove non-adjacent elements, sorry for the conversation, so 3 will remain. In again we will remove these 2, so 1 will remain. Now for 8, in one operation we will remove non-adjacent elements, so 4 will remain. In again this operation we will remove non-adjacent elements, so 2 will remain, so here 1 will remain. So here we are requiring 3 operations for 9 different characters. We will also 3 number of operations. So by doing all this, I just want to tell you the observation we are getting. So for 1 we are getting 0, for 2 we are getting 1, for 3 we are getting 1, for 4 it is changing, and till 7 it is same, then this is 7, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and 8 it is changing, for 4 it is changing, for 2 it is changing, means of the power of 2 it is changing, right? So for if there are 2 to the power 1 number of characters, this one, it is requiring that power number of operations. So 2 to the power x number of characters it's requiring x, and if it is 2 to the power x, that is 2 plus 1, so it will also require x number of operation. So for finding the number of operations required for x different characters, it will be just ln or log to the base 2, and we will take floor, because here 7 6, if we take log 2 of 6, so it will be 2 point something, 2.3, and after flooring we will get 2, right? So we will take floor of log to the power log x to the base 2, right? Okay, so till here we are. So afterwards, uh, we are given a Latin characters, right? And they can have value from a to z. So it will have exactly 26 characters or less than that, but it can't have more than 26 characters. So although if you try to find to compute to make the string from to have all characters as a, if we compute this is O of n, again for b means for converting the string to have all characters to b, if it taking O of n till z, then it will require 26 into O of n, that is 26 into 10 to the power 5. So it will be done in our particular case, because we can do at most 10 to the power 8 operations in 1 second, right? So here, by doing all this, if I have a string like Codeforces, and if I want to change it to character having O, so at last this O and this O will remain in the final string, right? And this particular part will be cut off, this particular part will cut off, means removed, this particular part will cut off. Now we know exactly how many such operations will be required to remove these particular elements. We have calculated, because all are unequal. We know this, how many operations will require to remove this one. We know how many operations will be required to remove this one. So to have O in our final string, so it will require, suppose it is taking x1 operations to remove this one, it is taking x2 operations to remove this one, x3 operations to remove this one. So for converting the string to all characters having O, it will be requiring maximum of x1, x2 and x3, right? Similarly, if we have to convert the string into all the characters having E, we will do the same thing. We will find number of operations to remove this particular subsegment. We will find number of operations to remove this particular subsegment. We will find number of operations to remove this particular subsegment. It will have any number of subsegment. We will break into a subsegment and find the maximum number of part it is taking. For E, it will be the maximum of x1, x2 and x3. So what we will do, we will find for each character which is present in the string the number of operations it will require. Suppose it is require y of O, it is requiring y of E. So we will take the minimum of all these characters, and we will print that particular amount. So I will show you the code. This was all about the explanation and the logic and the intuition. This is a simple code. I have taken string as input and put all the indices of a characters in a vector, and then for each characters I have the indices where it is occurring, and for each indices I am finding the maximum value. One second. Yeah, so I am finding the maximum value it is take. This is so for character E, if it indices is 4, so the left subsegment will require exactly 3 operations. It is having length 3, so it will require ln 3 means log to the base 3 operations, but we will just convert it into integer only, then at last we will convert it into log to print our answer. For this subsegment it is requiring 4. For this subsegment it is requiring n minus 1 minus this particular indices, that is n minus 2, right? So I am finding the maximum value it is taking, and I am initialized a vector count which will be denoting the minimum operation to convert a string into each character having same characters. And if count is 0, then we will just require printing 0, because if all are equal then it will require 0 operation, and taking log 2 to the base 0 will be invalid because there is no such operation. It will give us infinitely small or random value, otherwise we will convert it into log as I have said to you, and in the last I will print our answer. So this was the accepted code. If you have any doubt in this question, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video.